Okay, welcome to the Guitar Show. We're going to be talking today about what makes, the great players great. So such as, Eric Clapton, Dave Gilmour, Peter Green, Gary Moore, all those kind of guys, what makes them so good and how can you achieve that level of greatness on guitar? Well, obviously you're going to have a great band to work with first. That helps. Great songs, a great frontman, a great singer. But other than that, talking about the guitar, you need to have, the most important thing is the touch, okay, your touch. That's the most important thing. Vibrato. Okay, vibrato. Can you vibrato? Are you just going to play? No, you're going to have to put an aftertouch on it, like a vibrato. Okay, and then you're going to bending in tune. This is the most important thing. The great guitarists bend in tune. Listen to Dave Gilmour. He bends in tune. He's not doing sort of all that stuff. He's not doing that. All he's doing is bending in tune. I don't know, that's the only lick I know of his, but if you listen to Dave Gilmour, the reason it sounds beautiful, and if you listen to Peter Green, it sounds it's like art. It's like a fine wine. It's like a beautiful brandy from cognac. The reason it's so nice is because they're bending in tune. It's as good as hearing a violin, play perfectly in tune. So that's really what you want to do, is practice that. That's what's going to get you up there to those players. So it's just literally playing a note. So for example, pentatonic, A minor pentatonic, and find an E note there on the G string, 9th fret. With your 3rd finger, play it on the 7th fret, and then just literally play that note. I'm a bit flat there, a bit sharp, and try and make that adjustment. Try and get it, and then you make a little after-touch adjustment. It's, a note's like a bullseye. You want to hit it right on. If you're a little bit off centre, you might have to make that split millisecond correction. But just tune your ear to that note, and your muscle memory will get used to how much tension it needs to lift up. So if you can add that with vibrato, in fact, you don't even have to be so precise. As long as you get the note in the kind of semicircle of the bullseye, whatever, you can, and then add the vibrato, and you're going to hit that note. You're going to be more or less in the epicenter. So, but it really helps. There's nothing better than just bending without vibrato. If you're kind of doing a where you just bend up to the note without vibrato, and that's really where you want to practice playing in tune. There's a lot of sometimes I go to pubs and watch gigs, and the guitarist is not bending in tune, and that it's like, if only he practiced that instead of sort of practice bending in tune more than his finger tapping, he's going to be a great guitar player, because it's going to sound beautiful, it's going to sound nice and melodic. So really, that's what I'm going to say to you guitar players. Just practice bending in tune. That's the secret. That's the number one secret of being a great guitarist, is bend in tune, and then work on your vibrato, and then your touch. Think about your touch, the touch of your fingertip on the note. That's better than any effect. It's better than any compressor pedal, better than any flanger. Just playing a chord. That's where it's at. You do not need an effects pedal to do that, So, I know I'm kind of going into that thing, but I don't want to be a rant here, but just really concentrate on these things, You touch, think about how you feel. How are you holding the plectrum? Have you got enough of the plastic there to really hit the note? Because sometimes I notice a lot of players are almost doing pinch harmonics all the time, which is, if that's the sound you want, but, make sure you've got enough plectrum hitting the string. If you're playing with your fingers, it's a different thing, but really the attack of the note between the way you play, with the plectrum with your fingers, and then the touch here, what you do to manipulate that note, that's so important. And that's really where the reason you like to hear Dave Gilmour on a song is because he's got that down. He's a master at that, as is Eric Clapton, as is Peter Green, Gary Moore. All those guys have got their touch, and they're all slightly different. Give them the same guitar, same amp, they're going to sound different, and that's where it's at. So guys, practice that. That's what I do. I practice every day. That's the main thing I practice, is my touch, my vibrato, and my doing the string bend in tune, and then string bend with vibrato. These are the things that I'll practice every day. If I've got a whole day off and I'm lounging around doing nothing, then maybe I will. Maybe I'll practice run some scales, but hardly ever. It's really just about just manipulating. That's what it's all about. Okay, we're going to talk about our second subject today in Coffee Chat. Let me have a swig of coffee because I haven't even had one yet. That's really good. Fantastic. That's organic coffee. I've switched to almond milk, guys. It's not very nice. I might go back to milk because I'm not liking the almond milk. Anyway, okay, so guys, I'm going to just respond to this PRS sort of scandal. I uploaded, I don't know if you know, but if you haven't seen it, I loaded a video that says I hate PRS guitars, and it's true. I don't like them. I've got my reasons for not liking them, and people are hating me, and people are saying I'll never subscribe, or I'll unsubscribe, or calling me names. And so I was thinking maybe I better turn it down, because there's a lot, maybe it came across, and I can understand people being really passionate. You buy guitars like supporting football teams, like supporting Manchester City, and you want to collect all the guitars from that team, that company. And that's great, because PRS. I said in the video, PRS make good quality guitars. It's just that I do not personally like them. Gave them the history why and so forth. And my brother said, no, keep the video up because you've got to be real. You've got to be the real deal and shoot from the hip and just say how it is. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the ethos of this channel. There's no. I don't know if you've noticed. There's no adverts. We don't do adverts. And also, when I say we, me, it's only me here. There's no adverts, and people sometimes email me and say, "Can you review this product?" And I'm like, no, I can't, because I only review stuff that I'm going to use, or I personally like, or I think that you guys are going to benefit from my review. If I don't review it, it means I don't like it. Because I'd rather not review a piece of gear and then just rip it apart. Because that wouldn't be fair to maybe there's one guy making these pedals and he's got to support a family, and I'm going to come on and say this pedal's a load of rubbish, don't buy it. That's not going to be kind to this guy who's probably trying to support his wife and kids with it. So, or could be a woman supporting his husband, who knows. But anyway, that's the reason why I try not to do negative reviews, but I'll just review the stuff that I like. And like I said, I'm not doing this for adverts. I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying. There's no Patreon. All this channel is just for you guys. If I can share some knowledge, and I kind of learn myself from doing it. You'll see the Guitars Are the Greats sort of series that I'm doing, and I'll sort of continue doing that. It's all just really personal hobby, and if you guys can get something out of it, great. And that's what this channel's for. It's just there's no reason. It's a little hobby. If you like it, you like it. If you don't want to subscribe, I'm not interested in getting lots of subscribers. I couldn't care less, really. And there's no advertising, like I said. I'm not, so it is what it is. If you like it, come on board, contribute by the comments and stuff. I'm going to make an apology for another video I made though, because I did say, when we were talking about replica Les Pauls, I said that people that are beginners or not great players, they shouldn't spend £7,000 on a replica. And so I take that back, because if you're a not great player, or you're a beginner, or you don't even play guitar, it's a free world. You can do what you want. If you want to buy a £7,000 replica, go ahead, And I want to draw a distinction between a Gibson and a replica, because Gibson, they cost £7,000 now, so I've heard. And that's fair enough, because you've got resale on it. You're buying into a name heritage. There's no problem spending that money on a top class Gibson. I can understand that, even though I personally wouldn't. But there you go. But with the whole replica thing, what I want to say is, if you want to spend that money, go ahead, do it. I don't want to be the person telling you not to. The only thing I will say though is, don't worry what plastic the knobs are made from. Because the knobs here, these knobs are not going to affect your touch, your playing, or anything. So when I see people on forums discussing the plastic, if they got the plastics right, the colour of the, who cares? It doesn't make any difference to your guitar. My personal opinion again. And like I said, I try to keep it real on this channel, and it's all for helping you guys. So that's really it. The guitar show is just purely a hobby. We're not trying to make money out of it. There's no adverts, and and it's just fun. Exploring guitar and tone, and trying to get the best out of guitar. So with that aside, practice, guys, your touch, practice your vibrato, practice your string bending. And until the next time, take care.